Hello chatbox out there, I hope you guys are having a lovely start to your weekend. I am off on holiday today and I'm so excited. Didn't really sleep that well from pure excitement, like a big kid, like a kid at Christmas Eve. And I got up early to finish off packing, packed my Blue Tuck doll and her outfits I'm going to be changing her into whilst on holiday, and my book and my journal and my sketchbook and all things like that in my rucksack I just got the other day, and the zip got caught on something and ended up breaking, so I had to put that aside. Hopefully my dad can fix it. I'm sure he will be able to. He's very good at ending things. And I got a Tessie's baggage, chucked everything in there. I then watched a bit of TV and just listened to a bit of music. I was just chilling, and my mum got up and my dad had dropped our cat Purdy off to the cattery where she's going to be staying whilst we're away, and we're going to be dropping Bear down to the dog place where it's just next to where we're staying. And my younger brother and his girlfriend and our grandma are going to be coming down later on in the evening. My younger brother and his girlfriend have a few things to do before they collect our grandma and then bring her down, and my older brother and his girlfriend are going to be coming down on the Monday and then going home on the Tuesday. And my older sister has a rugby game this afternoon, so she's not going to come down till the evening. So it's going to be me, my mum, dad and younger sister who are going to be going there first. And we're going to be doing a family holiday quiz, which we always do. And this year, instead of someone just doing all of the quiz, we're doing a new exciting thing where we're all doing a category each and picking questions. So I chose one of my favourite things of all time. It could have either been Kylie, Doctor Who, or the soaps, and I've decided to go with Doctor Who. So I found a load of trivia questions online and wrote these down, and we have 10 questions each, and I've done a few true and false ones, and I can't wait to do my quiz round. It's going to be so much fun, and I'm now going to be helping pack the car up, and then we're going to be heading off down to Weymouth, and I will see you when I'm there with more of the vlog. We made it on holiday and we dropped Bear off to the dog place where he's staying while we're here, and it was a little bit tough because it was our first time leaving him somewhere like that. So he, as a puppy, didn't really know what was going on, and as we were leaving he ran up to the fence where he is, and I did cry a little bit because it's going to be tough, but he's going to have a great time. They're going to look after him, and he's going to be making lots of friends because they have lots of dogs there, and so he'll be playing with all the dogs, and he is such a well-natured dog and so lovely, so I know that he's in good hands. And then we arrived at the house. We couldn't find the key box to get the key to get into the house. I then got trapped in one of the bathrooms because I went to the toilet and turned the key to lock the door, and I turned it a bit too far by accident, so thought I was trapped. Luckily I managed to get out. There are a few little steps here and there, so we're just going to have to keep an eye on those because I'm very clumsy, so I don't want to be going flying over. And the stairs to get to this bedroom where me and my younger sister are staying are a bit steep, as well as the spiral staircase to get upstairs. So we're just a bit worried about my grandma getting up there because she's going to be staying up there. So we're just going to have to make sure that keep it steady on the stairs. And the steps are quite deep, so it should be fine. And they're deeper than her stairs that she has at home in her house at the moment, so it should be fine. But just have to make sure she holds on to the banister and keeps nice and slow and steady because we don't want her falling down the stairs. I'm sure she'll be fine. And yeah, other than that, it's all good because we weren't aware of all these stairs and steps and stuff, but we're just gonna have to be wary of where we walk and when going up the stairs and stuff, and just be careful and steady, and I'm sure it will be fine. And I then had a good look around, and I'm going to show you guys the tour of the house. We have made it to the house. We're at the courthouse, and we had a bit of a struggle to try find the little black key safe, but we managed to find it and get in. So I'm going to show you guys a tour of the house. Get up the steps, there's quite a lot of steps, and then there's the kitchen.
Oh my God,
Nice open planned kitchen, And we've got this bedroom in here, really pretty mirror, and the cupboard, massive bed. And then there's the bathroom in here, and it's got a walk-in shower. Really nice spacious bedrooms and bathrooms. And then we couldn't actually find this bedroom here because it was hidden behind these doors. Here's my mum and sister, so if you can hear them in the background. And then we've got the dining room, there's a chandelier, and then there's the stairs going up the stairs, and then that's downstairs where me and my younger sister are going to be staying, which I'll show you later on. But be careful of these steps here. And then because it was an old courthouse, you've got the old like docking little desk where the judge would be, and they've got the gavel. Order, order. I love it. And the little sitting area with the TV, and then some really cool bits of artwork, some nice statues. And then there's this cupboard here with lots of books in and some games for us to play and DVDs. And then you come around here and we've got this little seating area, and then here's the bathroom with this really cute mirror that I've already got a mirror selfie in front of. Couldn't resist. And it's really spacious, and I really love the old-fashioned loo. And I got trapped in here because I had turned the key the wrong way, and I thought I was stuck in here, so I had a bit of a panic. Managed to get out. And then there's this mirror here that I've also got a mirror selfie in front of already. Really cute chandelier up there. And then I'm going to show you guys the downstairs of the house where me and my younger sister are going to be staying. I've got some nice little ropes here. Just got to be careful coming down here because it's very, very steep, and I do not want to be falling down these stairs. Get your legs a good workout, I'll tell you that. Here it is, nice and light and airy. So this is where me and my younger sister are going to be staying, and there's this little cabinet bit here that I can film the rest of my vlog clips for you guys on. Like put you there. And then there's this bathroom here with a shower, and then just through this door here we've got the utility room. Yeah, my mum and sister are so loud. I'm trying to do the tour and they're just yapping on. Come for a very loud family, unfortunately, but I think they're just excited like me. I'm just glad we got here. We've made it. God, almost died. God. Like I said, there are a lot of steps in this place. Lots of trip hazards, but I'm gonna have to keep an eye on my grandma because she doesn't want her to fall over. So this is the matinee, and we've got this bit here, and then up here, this is where my older sister is going to be staying, and I can actually film my vlog clips probably up here on this desk. And yeah, there's the fan on there, definitely need it because it's so warm. And now take you on there to this bit here, but I've been very mindful of all the steps. So there's another bathroom in here, just really big, with another walk-in shower. Then we've got this bedroom here. Oh my gosh, got some storage in there. Then got this bit here, little like dresser. Ew. And in here, got another bathroom. Got some views. You can see the sea over there. Shut this quickly. And then we go up here, and this is the last room. Oh, the window's open up there, to So this one here, and that is the house where we're going to be staying. It's such a beautiful house and I'm so happy to be here, and it's going to be so much fun. It's such a beautiful house, and my aunt and uncle and cousin who have been camping nearby came over and checked the house out and also said how lovely it is, and I am now just going to be going upstairs to join them, and it's lovely having them over, and then my younger brother and his girlfriend should be here shortly, and they have collected our grandma and they're going to be here shortly, so should be seeing them as well, and I shall see you with more of the vlog later on. It's later on in the evening now, and I had such a great time having my aunt and uncle and cousin over, and we had fish and chips with tea, and I'm going to show you guys the fish and chips that I had. I had fish and chips with tea, and the plates that they were served on were so pretty with lovely patterns on. And then we were playing some games of hide and seek. I then got a mirror selfie from one of the mirrors in the house we're staying in. They've got lots of really pretty mirrors, and I'll show you guys the mirror selfie. You guys know how much I love the mirror selfie. We then played some more games, and then my uncle and my aunt and cousin headed off to where they're staying, and we're going to be meeting up for some food tomorrow, and my older sister is coming down to stay with us for holiday tomorrow. She was supposed to come today, but she had a rugby game, so she's going down tomorrow instead, and I'm now off to go and play some games with my younger brother and sister, and she'll see you with more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Sunday, and I hope you guys are all having a lovely Sunday rest. I slept so well last night. I normally don't sleep well on the first night of holiday, getting used to the bed and stuff, but it was so cozy, and apparently I slept talk in my sleep. Apparently I sat up and mentioned something about a goose. I don't know. I then got up, and my mum and my grandma and my younger brother and his girlfriend were already up. My dad and younger sister still asleep. I then had some black cherry jam toast with a cup of tea, and we were playing some games. We played some games of Shut the Box, this dice game, and also this ball game where you have a strap around your head and you have a character or an object or an animal or vehicle, and you have to guess that thing. And we played that a few times, and then my dad got called up about Bear in the dog place, and apparently he wasn't doing very well. He was shaking and just not eating or drinking, and so my dad had to go and pick him up, and my older sister was going to be staying on holiday with us coming in the afternoon, but she said how she doesn't mind taking the dog back to hers and looking after the dog, because the place we're staying isn't dog friendly, unfortunately. So we've got him here just out in the garden. My dad's keeping him entertained in the garden whilst my older sister's coming to come and collect him and then take him back. And she said she's got a lot of work on and stuff anyway before going back to school where she works in September, so she doesn't mind, and so she'll be coming along shortly. And my uncle and aunt and cousin came over, and we were playing some games of Uno Mercy. I won a game of that. Normally I don't win a game of Uno Mercy. And my younger sister then got up, and we'd ordered McDonald's to get for our lunch, and that arrived, and I had a Big Mac, some chips and a Fanta and a hot apple pie, and I'll show you guys that. The McDonald's was so delicious, and then my older sister arrived and took Bear off home, and I then was just working on some illustrations and kind of sort of dozing, reading a bit of one day. I then sorted out my Bleacher doll into a new look, and I'll show you guys that. Here's my Bleacher doll's first look of holiday. She's got these white pumps on, some black necklace stockings, and then she has this black daisy dress with a collar. Then she's got her holiday hat on, her little beach hat, and then she's got this yellow cardigan on just in case she gets a bit cold. It's a little bit windy today out, and she looks stunning. Here's my Bleacher doll's first look of holiday. She's got these white pumps on, some black necklace stockings, and then she has this black daisy dress with a collar. Then she's got her holiday hat on, her little beach hat, and then she's got this yellow cardigan on just in case she gets a bit cold. It's a little bit windy today out, and she looks stunning. I love that new look. She's got a holiday outfit ready to put her in on the holiday, and I'm now off to go and play some more games, and probably going to be playing some games of hide and seek with my cousin, and then we're going to be going off to Tesco's and probably go down to the beach and just see a bit more of the vlog later on. It's later on in the evening now, and after we'd had our McDonald's, we played some games, and then we went off to Tesco's to get some bits from there, and I got some flower snaps from the flower section, and I'm sure you guys those. The flower section is so beautiful. They've got such pretty bouquets of flowers. I also got 2 plant snaps from there that I'm sure you guys. Those plants are so cute. I loved the little plant pots with the cats and foxes on, and the succulents and cactuses. And then we got back, and me and my aunt and uncle and my cousin and my younger brother went off down to the beach, and it's a very pebbly beach, and we had to walk down this very steep slope to get back, and I thought I was going to stack it, but luckily I didn't, and I got 2 snaps from there, and I'm sure you guys those. I had a lovely time whilst on my walk with them on the pebbly beach, enjoying the views, and the sea was looking so beautiful. And then we got back and I opened my Tweens OMG doll, and I'm going to show you guys a review of the doll in box and then of it out of box. But this LOL Tweens doll, she's very gothic. I love her hair. She's got purple, black and white in her hair, and her eye makeup. Her eyes are so pretty, and she's got this checkered skirt and this vest and purple top underneath, and these boots, and she comes with 15 surprises, and I'm going to open her and show you guys her now. Here's my OMG Tweens doll out of box. So she has this white vest on with this purple top underneath, and she's got a white choker necklace, and then this checkered skirt, and these boots with lots of patterns on and bows on. Then she's got some beautiful blue eyes with winged eyeliner. I love her eye makeup and her eyebrows and her purple lips, and then she's got these spiky earrings in, and then her hair is 2 different colours, and it's very wavy, and she's then got some purple nail varnish on, and she then comes with this handbag here, which is so pretty, and it actually opens up, and it's got some little hair accessories that I just wanted to put on her, and she's got some clips in her hair, and she's so pretty, and can't wait to add her to the dollhouse. We then played some games and we're watching a bit of K-pop Demon Hunters, and I really think that somebody like Weymouth High or Barbie or Bratz should do a K-pop Demon Hunters doll line, because they're missing out on that, because I would definitely get all of them, and especially the main one with that long purple hair, iconic. I then was working on some illustrations and colouring some of those, and just reading a bit of one day, listened to a bit of music, and ended up having a little bit of a nap, and then I was just watching a bit of Flushed Away. I love that film so much. And then we were playing some more games of hide and seek, and my cousin is only 9, so he's full of lots of energy, so he was tiring me out. All to have the energy of a 9-year-old again, I wish. And I've just been sat out here in the little courtyard looking at the view over there where you can see the sea, and got the sun coming down onto the sea. It's bloody beautiful. I've just been working on my journal entry for today, writing a bit of that. Love this pen I've got with the bows on, it's so adorable. And these flowers on the cover, my younger brother's girlfriend saw me writing in there yesterday evening and said how beautiful the stickers are on there. It adds a little bit of like prettiness to it, because it's just a plain grey journal, and I thought just add a bit of Dan to it. And I love flowers and flower photography, so it's right up my street. And I'm now off to go and play some more games with my siblings, and then my aunt and uncle and cousins are going to be heading off, and then we're just going to be chilling, probably head to bed as I am pooped. Always get like that the first full day of holiday. It's been very busy, really fun, and so probably just gonna chill and then watch a bit of Netflix and do some more illustrations, and then probably head to bed. And I am excited for that because my bed is so comfortable. I slept so well last night and I was a little bit worried that I wouldn't be able to sleep very well this evening, but I'm so tired. I know I'm going to be out like a light, and I hope you guys all have a lovely new week ahead, and I shall see you with more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Monday and it's a new week, so you guys know what that means. A new week with lots of adventures to be had, and I'm going to be taking you guys along on my adventures I get to this week on my holiday. It is day 3 of holiday, and I got up early, about 7ish, as my grandma ended up having to go home early from holiday, as last night she ended up tripping on one of the steps that leads into the living room, and she had a little bit of a cut on her forehead, but luckily she's okay, and she banged her knee a bit, so she stepped on it and decided that she'd rather go home. And so my uncle and my aunt and cousin came and picked her up and brought her home, and my older sister, as well as dog sitting for Bear and also checking in on her cats, is going to be popping into grandma as well, just to keep an eye on her. And so she's now home and she's feeling a lot better than she was, and we'll be seeing her when we get back from holiday. And so I now get this room to myself, as my younger sister is going to go up into the room that my grandma's staying in, so I had to help my younger sister lug her suitcase up the spiral stairs to get into the room she's now staying in. And then I had some eggs and bacon for my breakfast with some black cherry jam toast and a cup of tea. We then just watched a bit of TV and then watched Hairspray and watched Chicken Run, which is such a great film. And then we got ourselves ready to go off to Monkey World, and we were going to be going there a few years back, but my mum wasn't feeling very well, so we didn't end up going. So we finally got there, and we were so excited to get to Monkey World. We got there and it was amazing, and we watched Monkey World on TV all the time, so we saw a lot of the people who worked there who we saw on TV, and it just felt really like surreal. And seeing some of the chimps that we've seen on the TV up close, it's just crazy. Did a lot of walking. My mum had a little mobility scooter to get around because her knees are quite bad at the moment, so she was going on that, and it's quite steep, some of the paths that we were going along and going down, so my dad and younger brother had to help her like get up some of the hills. And I'm going to show you guys some snaps that I got from Monkey World. I was able to get some really cute snaps of the monkeys, looking around at all the different types of monkeys, and I got to see some orangutans and some chimps, and I got a snap of one of these monkeys with these gold cheeked gibbon with like the gold bits on the cheek, and he was sucking his thumb, and he was just being so cute, and it's so cuddly. And if he was going to whip your face off, I probably would love to have like hugged them, and they just look so cute. And he ran across to see my younger brother's girlfriend, who had come up to see the gibbon, and he then went straight up to her and was sucking his thumb and curled up by the window ledge, and was just being so adorable. We then went off and saw some of the other monkeys and had a good walk around there, and then we head off to go to the gift shop, and we'd got some sandwiches from one of the little food places, and Sam had those. And I then got this orangutan caddy toy from the gift shop, and it's so soft, and these bits are Velcro which you can put together, and it wraps around your neck like so, and so it's like a little hug, and it's just so cute. And orangutans are my favourite type of monkey, and I'm so glad that I've got this little hug and I can hug this and yeah, just gonna spend the rest of the holiday cuddling this. It's so goddamn cute. We then headed off and I had my ice cream on the way back. I had to put it in my mum's bag because it was like rock solid, and by the time we headed off to the car and we're heading back, it had melted, so I was going to eat that. And then we went off to the Tesco's we've gone to a few days back and got some bits on there. Got back and we were then just finishing off watching Hairspray that we started watching just before going off to Monkey World, and my younger sister hadn't come with us, so she was just potting around the house, and I had got some cherry cola, so I had some of that. I love cherry cola, and my younger sister was sorting out a fan that we'd got for her because I've got one down here. She's not going to be in the bedroom upstairs, so she was sorting that out to have the fan up there, and I brought her suitcase up for up 12 stairs. I had to be very careful because I did not want to be falling on those stairs. And then for my tea, I had some pizza, and I'm showing you guys that. The pizza was so delicious. I didn't finish writing my journal entry for today, put that away, worked on some new illustrations and was reading some more one day, which I have like this much left to read. And then I sorted my Pluto doll out into one of her holiday looks, and I'll show you guys a clip of that. Here is my Pluto doll's next holiday look, starting off with these shoes. She's got some daisy cream coloured shoes on, and then she has this beautiful pink dress with flower detail on the side here. Then up here she's got these pink splodge patchwork bits of art, and then some puffy white sleeves and her black hat, and that is the whole of her next holiday look. Such a summery vibe outfit. And then I was just watching some stuff on Netflix on my Kindle, and I'm now off to go and play some games with my siblings, and shall see you with more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Tuesday and I got up after a lovely lie-in. My bed's so comfortable and I slept like a baby. I then got showered and changed and had some cereal for my breakfast. We then were playing some games. I then just watched a bit of TV, I was watching some Netflix and listened to a bit of music, did some drawing and colouring in, and read some more of One Day that I've almost finished. I then had a cup of tea and some biscuits. They'd left a little dish on the table in the dining room with lots of different types of biscuits in there, which is so cute. So I had some of these chocolate chip biscuits, which were amazing. I then went out into the little courtyard with a cup of tea and my book. I was reading some more of that, writing a bit of my journal and just doing some drawing whilst enjoying the view of the sea. And we've got such a lovely view from the house we're staying in. I then sat out there and chilled for a little bit, and then we got ourselves ready to go off to market, and we headed off there, and it's really cute. I was having to look around a lot of the stalls, and my younger sister didn't come with us as she had a bit of a headache, so we got her this stitch purse, and I got her this old plaque quote, little poster that says about tattoos, and another one for my dad that says gone fishing, see you later. And so I gave my dad his one and gave my younger sister hers when we got back to the house. I also got my bestie Tash a gift, as she got me a gift from when she'd gone on holiday with her football team, so it had to be done. And I saw this and I knew that she was going to love it, because I don't have to say, wow, can't wait to see her and give her her present. I know that she's going to love it. And then I had my Greg's one back that my younger brother had got for us, and I had a bacon and cheese turnover and a custard slice, and my younger brother had also got some apple juice for us all to have, and I had some of that, and I love apple juice so much, and I'll show you guys the Greg's I had. The Greg's was so delicious. Then me and my younger brother and sister and my younger brother's girlfriend played a game of Forbidden Word, which was so much fun. And then my younger brother and his girlfriend and myself went off to Door. I hadn't been for about 9, nearly 10 years, so it felt really weird coming back there after so long. And we went past a load of places that we'd gone to, and it was taking me down the trip down memory lane. We got there, parked up, and I didn't realise how far down it actually is, and it's so steep, lots of pebbles, lots of uneven bits, and I am so clumsy, so I was like, oh my god, I just hope I didn't fall over or face plant. Luckily I didn't. I got down, up and back, and was fine. And we went to this little bit where you can look down and see the other door, so you don't have to go right down onto the beach, which you'd done before. And I was able to get a really great photo of the other door, and the sun had come out. It'd been quite gloomy, and as we got closer to the other door, the sun came out, which was perfect timing. And I got myself a drink, as they were a drink and food little hut just as you get in. So I got a drink to have on the way down to keep me hydrated, as it got quite warm. And I got the snap of the other door and also a snap in front of the other door, and I'll show you guys those. It's so beautiful. I then got some snaps of my younger brother and his girlfriend that stood in front of the other door, and then we got some ice creams on the way out, and my younger brother had gone to get the car and pay for the parking that you do at the end, and I got myself an ice lolly and I went to open it, and I opened the wrapper and it literally shot out of the wrapper and went flying onto the floor, which was not good. So I went up and I was about to just buy another one, and then my younger brother was like, you dropped it on the floor, and the guy was like, here you go, no worries, have this one, have a replacement. So I didn't have to pay for it, which was really sweet. And then we got back to the car and we made our way back to the house. I had my ice lolly in the car, so not to drop it, I was going to risk it, and it's so good. I had a fruit pastel ice lolly, which was so good. Haven't had those in so long. And on the way back we listened to music and had the windows open with the wind in to cool us down, as we had got quite hot bothered from having to walk down and back. But we made quite good timing, considering how it is quite a far walk to get down there and back. And we were going to go to this nearby village, but we're going to go and do that tomorrow, as my younger brother's girlfriend had to get back for a meeting that she had. And so we got back, she went off to do the meeting. I then was watching The Goonies on Netflix, which is such a great movie. And then I was just doing some illustrations and coloring some of those in, and watching some vlogs and TikToks and Safari Dog and cat videos on my phone. And I didn't get Wi-Fi down here, so I had to use my 5G. And then that was playing up a bit, so I just put my phone on charge and just went some more off one day, which I've almost finished. I have like 3 or 4 pages left and I've finished that book. And then we ordered our tea and we had Chinese takeaway, and I had some pork chow mein, and I'll show you guys that. It was so delicious, I absolutely wolfed it down. And then I finished my Tommy Jones on treat for today, put that away and sorted out my Bruno doll into another of her summer holiday looks. I'll show you guys that. Here's my newest Bruno doll's holiday look. She's got these red high-heel boots on, some black leather stockings, and this red sparkly dress, and this denim jacket with lots of wood embroidery on, which is so pretty, and her black hat. That denim jacket with the wood embroidery on is so pretty. I then had a cup of tea and some biscuits and just worked on some illustrations and kind of sewed those in. I was listening to a bit of music, and I'm now off to go and play some games with my siblings, and you'll see you with more to vlog tomorrow. It's now Wednesday and it's our last full day of holiday. Can't believe it's gone so quickly. You know what they say, time flies when you're having fun. So I got up early today as we were going off to Lulworth Cove, me, my younger brother and his girlfriend, and I had some cereal for my breakfast, and I finished one day. I finally finished it. I can't believe I finished it. I've been reading that book for so long, And when I get back, I'm going to be starting on one of the other books I've got in my pile of many books I'm going to be wanting to read. And I then watched A Kindergarten Cop, which is such a great movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger in. Having seen it from ages, it's on Netflix. I think it might be leaving Netflix soon, so I whacked that on and just chilled for a little bit. And then we got ourselves ready to head off to Lulworth Cove, which is so beautiful. Like Dodo is just next to that. It's quite a trek, but it was well worth it with the views. It was just so stunning. And the weather this week has been sunny here and there, and then like overcast most of the week. But I like that weather. That's my favourite type of weather when it's not too hot, not too cold, a little bit of a breeze, and so it wasn't too bad. And we got there, and on the way there we stopped at this farm shop, which is so cute. Had a look in there, and we got some sandwiches from there to have a little picnic in Lulworth Cove. And I got a huge egg, what's it called, you know, an egg roll, Scotch egg, that's the one. I got a huge Scotch egg, and I had that on the way there. And then we got there and we headed off on the trek, and we were on the coastal trek, which was really nice with lovely views of the sea and all the rock formations. Although there was a massive sign with a red triangle that said warning venomous snakes, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get bitten by a snake. But luckily that did not happen, and we got up to the top and we're looking around at the lovely views of the sea with all the boats on, people going on little boats and little canoes and stuff. It's really cute, and I got some snaps from there. I'm sure it's so beautiful. And my younger brother and his girlfriend got a snap of me stood by the sea with all the boats on and cliffs behind me. I love that. They got a really good photo of me, and I did, and got some photos of them as well. We then headed back down, and we went off onto this little grass bit and sat and had our lunch. And I had a chicken and spring onion sandwich, which was so good. And then we sat there for a little bit, and then headed down to look at the gift shop, and went off to this sweet shop which sells old-fashioned sweets. And it's such a cute old-fashioned or sweet shop, and I was having a lovely look in there, and I got a snap of this sign that says all about it, and also got some fudge from there, and I'm going to show you guys those snaps. I got some cookie dough fudge, and it looks so good. We then came around the corner and walked past this beautiful cottage with this front garden with lots of roses and dahlias and sunflowers. As you guys know, they're my favourite flowers to get snaps of, so I've got some snaps of those flowers, and I'll show you guys those. I love flower photography so much. All those dahlias and sunflowers and roses, they're just so beautiful, all those lovely colours. And then we went into the gift shop, and my younger brother's girlfriend got a few bits from there. I was going to get some rum curd from there, but I decided not to in the end. And then we were going to get an ice cream from this ice cream parlour, but it was pretty busy. There's quite a long queue, so we didn't end up getting that. As we had some lovely bobbies in the freezer back at the house, so decided to just have those when we got back. We then made our way back, and on the way back we listened to music, and we were all pretty pooped. We then got back, and we were going to go to the castle, which is just down the road from us, Portland Castle, but my younger sister wasn't feeling very well. She decided that we were going to go tomorrow instead, so she could rest up, and hopefully she's going to be able to come tomorrow. I think she's just got a bit of a migraine, bless her. Fingers crossed she can make it. So we're going to go tomorrow instead. And instead of going there, me and my dad went off to sort of charge shops, and I went off to Tesco's, and I got myself a cherry cola and some wine gums, and got my older brother's birthday card for his birthday next Thursday. I cannot believe he's going to be 30, the big 3-0, and I've got his birthday present all sorted already. Can't wait. We're going to have a little party for him next week, which should be fun. And then we went off to find this Portland Castle because we didn't know where it was at first, and it's literally just down the road from where we're staying at the moment. Literally you can walk there, it's that close. And then we got back to the house and I then ended up having a little bit of a nap. I definitely needed it. I think it's all the sea air and all the walking definitely tiring me out. I then got up and it was time to go off for food. As it's our last full day, we were going out for food. Unfortunately, my younger sister still wasn't feeling up to it, so she stayed behind and was just resting up. And then we head off to go to the restaurant to have our food. And we got there and it was a pirate sea themed restaurant, and I got some snacks from there of some of the sea and pirate decorations they had up before our food came. It's so cute. I also got a mirror from there, and I'll show you guys that. You know how much I love a mirror selfie. And then our food arrived and I had a mac and cheese, and I had such a huge portion. It came with salad and garlic bread, and my mum also gave me one of her onion rings. I love onion rings so much, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of the mac and cheese that I had. It was so delicious. It's just a shame I couldn't eat it all. The portion was so big, so it defeated me. They gave us some mince at the end to have, which was very sweet, and so I had that. And then we went off to get some pudding, as you have a second stomach for pudding, and we went to this pancake and waffle place. And as we were crossing over the road to go into there, we came across this flower arch that I love flower arch. When I was in Edinburgh with Tash last November, there were so many flower arches and Christmas themed arches because it was near to Christmas that she was having to get photos of me under, and I think by the end she was about to kill me. So my younger brother's girlfriend kind of got a photo of me underneath this flower arch just by the pancake and waffle place, and I'll show you guys that. It's so cute with all the flowers and the bows around it. We then headed off into the cafe and it was stunning, and it was very busy. I think there was only 2 people working, so they're absolutely working their butts off. Fair play to them. And I had banana, strawberry and Nutella pancakes, and I'm going to show you guys. It was so delicious. I couldn't finish all of my mains, but you know what they say, you have a second stomach for puddings, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. We then headed off back to the house and we had to get some bits from Asda. Got back and my younger sister is feeling a lot better than she was, bless her. And then me and my younger brother were playing some games. We played some games of Sorry and also of Shut the Box, this dice game, which is so much fun. We then watched a little bit of Vicar of Dibley. I then finished writing my journal entry for today, put that away, listened to a bit of music, and was then just watching some vlogs and TikToks and some funny dog and cat videos off YouTube. And then I sorted out my beautiful doll out into another one of her holiday looks, and I'll show you guys that. Here's my beautiful doll's next holiday look. She's got some white sneakers on, some light blue jeans, and then this multicoloured knitted t-shirt and a black hat, and this is the whole look. Love that knitted t-shirt and jeans combo she has on, and these white trainers as well. I then finished writing my journal entry for today, listened to a bit of music and just watched some vlogs and TikToks and some funny dog and cat videos off YouTube. I then called up Tash. I'm just having a nice catch up with her, and I'm planning to meet her and Jamie on Tuesday, meeting them, and then we're going to go into Yarte, and then we're going to be planning the Airbnb for when we go and see Lady Gaga in October, which I still can't believe we're going to see. I'm so excited for that. I then had a cup of tea and some biscuits and was watching a bit of Vicar of Dibley and some episodes of QI, and I'm now off to go and watch some episodes of Firebound that we're just watching upstairs. And tomorrow we're going to be going into Portland Castle, which is literally just down the road. You could walk there if you wanted to. I think we're going to be going there by car, because after that we're going to be going off into Weymouth for a little meet around there, which should be fun for our last day of holiday as we get back tomorrow evening. And I shall see you more on the vlog tomorrow. It's now Thursday and it's our last day of holiday. We go back this evening. So I got up early and I got showered and changed and got a mirror selfie in front of this gold mirror, and I'll show you guys that. It's so pretty. I then had some change on toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast, watched a bit of TV and just a bit of music. I was writing a bit of my journal, and then me and my younger brother headed off down to Portland Castle, which is just down the road from where we're staying. And we got there and I paid for me and my younger brother to go in and have a look around, and it was really cool, really interesting, finding out all about the history of the castle and having a look around there, and I got some snaps from there. Then went off and had a look at the gift shop. Always have a gift shop. And on the way out, my younger brother got a photo of me in the archway leading into the castle, and I'm sure you guys that. We then headed off to the Starbucks to get drinks for my younger sister and my younger brother's girlfriend, and I ended up getting myself a caramel frappe from there. And whilst waiting to get those, I got a snap of some boats on the water, and I'll show you guys that. Such a lovely view. And then our Starbucks was ready and we went round to get Greg's for lunch, and I got a pizza and a Belgian bun, and then we got back to the house and I got a snap of my Starbucks out in the little courtyard with a little seashell next to it. I love a caramel frappe. I haven't had a caramel frappe in so long. Really enjoyed that. I then was just doing a bit of packing, and then I got another mirror selfie, and I'll show you guys that. I'm going to miss all the mirrors in this house. I love a mirror selfie, as you guys know, and I've been able to get some really pretty mirror selfies in this house. And then I had my Greg's. It was so delicious. And then I sorted my pizza doll out into her last holiday look for holiday, and I'll show you guys that. Here's my last pizza doll summer holiday look. Very summery. She's got these white high heels on, then she's got these blue denim shorts on with this beautiful flower embroidery on, and this flowery pink top and her black hat, and that is the whole look. I love those shorts with the embroidery on and that pink flower top, summer vibes. And then we were watching a bit of Tangled off my younger brother's girlfriend's laptop, and then we got ready to go off into Weymouth, and we got there and I got a snap in front of this doorway with all these fake flowers around it, and I'll show you guys that. It's so pretty. We then went off and had a look around at a load of shops, and I got a snap of this beautiful shop front and also of these lanterns from inside of the shop, and I'll show you guys those. They have so many cool shops there, and I was having a good look around there, and then went into the last shop that we'd gone into for the day, and I'd gone in here a long time ago and got a Doctor Who Tom Baker mug, and this time around I got this Harry Potter Hogwarts Express book, and I can't wait to put this in my office. I have an idea of where I'm going to put this already, and it's so cool. I love the details and it's so cool. You can see on the back how it looks. So that's the front and that's the back, and I then went off and we got some stuff for tea. We got these stuffed Yorkshire puddings with pork, applesauce, stuffing and potatoes in. then we were playing some games, watched a little bit of TV, and then I was listening to a bit of music, doing some drawing and colouring in of my illustrations, and then ended up having a little bit of a nap. And then I got up and we've just finished packing and getting everything tidied away, making sure we haven't forgotten anything, and making sure that everything was nice and tidy like we found it before leaving. And then I was just watching a little bit of TV, and we're now going to be heading off down into Weymouth to have a little walk on the beach before heading off home. Have had such a great holiday. You know what they say, time flies, having fun. It started off a little bit rocky with a few hiccups to start with, but it then got so much fun and I've had such a blast, and we'll see you when I'm back home with more of the vlog later on. It's later on in the evening now, and we are back from being on holiday, home sweet home, and we got in and Bear was so happy to see us. He was doing zoomies around the house, giving us lots of hugs and kisses. He's just so adorable, and I think in the few days that we've been away he's actually got bigger, which is insane. And then I was just tidying up my office and I opened my bookends, and I'll show you guys a clip of those. Here's my Harry Potter Hogwarts Express bookend, and it's so cool. On the front there it says Hogwarts Express 5972, and then you can see the back as well. And I am going to be putting this along the back here where that gap is, so the train will be coming outwards, and it is so cool, and so glad I've got this for my office to add more books to the collection. They're so cool, and I've moved around the bits on my main part of my desk to put them where I think they look best, and I'm going to show you guys a quick clip of that. Here's a little updated tour of my office for you guys. So I've moved a few things around. So I've put a load of my books on the Hogwarts Express book ends, and I've put them along here. I've then moved a few of my pen pots around the edge of the desk and changed a bit of the back of the desk where my office pen pot that says Dad's office has gone, and moved that over a little bit and just added a little bit more room on the desk, and I think it looks really nice. And I love how this Harry Potter Hogwarts Express bookends looks on there with my books on, and it's looking really pretty at the moment. Really liking how my office is looking at the moment. And then my older sister popped over, and so did my older brother and his girlfriend, and I showed my older sister the Hogwarts Express bookends that I'd got for my office, and then they stayed for a little bit, and then my younger brother and his girlfriend messaged to say they were back home, and my older brother and his girlfriend headed off home, and my older sister stayed for a bit, but she still got off home, and I'm off to finish writing my journal entry for today, and I'm going to be catching up on all of the soaps that I've missed whilst on holiday, and just see you with more to vlog tomorrow. It's now Friday, and I got up after a lie-in, and I had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast. I was then just watching a bit of TV, and I was catching up on Home and Away that I'd missed whilst I was away, and then I was listening to a bit of music, just doing some drawing and colouring in and working on some illustrations. I was then just tidying up my office, my dolls and dollhouse, and then I was having some bear cuddles. I then ordered myself a butter's lunch to collect for 1 o'clock, so I rang up and ordered that, and then I said how I was going to go and collect the butties, and then everybody wanted to get one. So in the end, my dad ended up paying for our butties, which was nice. I didn't have to pay for the butties, I didn't have to pay for mine, so I didn't have to walk around either, as he got me around to get the butties. So I called up and ordered the rest of the butties, and I went off and collected that. Got back and we had our butties, and I had my usual. I had tuna cheese, onion, lettuce, cucumber, toasted wrap with a custard slice and a cup of tea, and I'll show you guys that. It was so delicious. I haven't had a butties lunch in so long. I was then just watching a little bit of TV, and then I got myself ready to go off for a walk, enjoying the sunshine and blue skies, but it wasn't too hot, which was nice. There was a bit of a breeze as well, and I was listening to music whilst on my walk. I then headed up to the high street and had a look in some of the shops and went off to one of the flower shops, and I got some flower sacks on there. Such beautiful bouquets of flowers in there with lots of lovely colourful flowers and roses. I was then having a lovely chat with the flower shopkeepers in there. I then got some plants out from the plant section. The succulents and the plants with all the pretty leaves and the pretty plant pots are so pretty. I had a good look around there, and then I headed off to have a look around some more shops. I went into one of the shops that has a cafe out the back, so I was having a little look around there and got my stuff from there. Let me show you guys. The mirror is so cute with the plants around it. I then went off to one of the coffee shops and got a peach iced tea from there, and I love it in there. They're so friendly in there, and they know my name and know my order and have really great chats with them. And I'm going to show you guys a snap of the peach iced tea that I had. I then went off to one of my favourite shops to go to called Surroundings, which is this craft shop, and it sells candles and socks, notebooks, prints and things like that, and it's so lovely in there. They're always so lovely in there, the couple that own it, and whenever I go in there it's always so cozy, so calming, and they just had a refurb, and I got some snaps of that. Let me show you guys. It's looking so lovely in there. I then ended up getting some socks from there. I always love getting socks from there. They sell some really cool socks. I got these ones, which are a mustard coloured pair of socks with some stars on, and it's screaming autumnal. I went to a similar shop just on a corner from Surroundings, which sells lots of things like craft stuff and stationery, and they have their autumnal window display starting to creep in, which is getting me so excited. I can't wait for autumn, and my younger sister and myself always love all things autumn and love watching Gilmore Girls around that time of year, so I'm ready for a Gilmore Girls marathon. And my older sister also loves autumn, and she got a wreath from there. I then was chatting with the shopkeepers from Surrounding and ended up getting a mirror selfie from there on the way out. You guys know how much I love a mirror selfie. I then went off to Aldi and had a look at the Best Buy section, and then popped to some of the charge shops just around by Aldi, and then I got messaged and called by Tash, and I called them, and they said about me going down to Jen's with her and the kids, and Jen as they just got back from being at this market in town. So they came and picked me up from Aldi, and I headed down there, and we played some games, and Jen had to pop out, and so me and Tash were doing some chocolate and jelly mods with the kids. And then Jen got back, and I was chatting with her all about how my trip to Weymouth had been, and had such a great holiday. And then Tash's dad came and picked her up, and they kindly dropped me home. I then got back, and I was playing with Bear out in the garden, and he's full of so much energy. I was having zoomies and giving him lots of hugs and kisses. He's just so adorable, and since he got back, I noticed how big he's got. He's grown so much since we last saw him. They grew so quickly, and then I ended up having a little bit of a nap as I had a bit of a headache. I then got up and was just working on some illustrations and colouring in some of those. Just a bit of music, and I've just started a gay romance novel that I've now started, now that I finished one day, and it's going really well so far, and I'm really enjoying that book. And then I was just watching some vlogs and TikToks and listening to a bit of music, and then my dad got back from being out with my older sister, and they got McDonald's for tea, and I had a Big Mac meal, and I'll show you guys that. The Big Mac meal was so delicious. I used to always love the salads they did there, but I got introduced to the Big Mac and I never looked back. I then was just finishing off some new illustrations and tidying up my office and dolls and dollhouse a little bit, and then me and my older sister and younger sister were playing some games, and my older sister headed off home, and I am now off to go and watch today's Home Away on UK6 and just see with more to vlog tomorrow. It's now Saturday and I hope you guys are all having a lovely start to your weekend. I got up after a lion. I then had some cereal for my breakfast and just watched a bit of TV and some bear cuddles and listened to a bit of Kylie, worked on some illustrations and kind of sort of dozing. I was reading a bit of this new book that I'm reading at the moment, and then I was just watching Neighbours and catching up with that. I'm now up to date with Neighbours. I still can't believe it's ending soon, but I'm glad we got a few more years out of it with its revival on Amazon, and hopefully it might get picked up by another channel, who knows. But if not, I just grateful that we got a few more years out of Neighbours. And then I had a shower and got changed and listened to a bit of music. I was getting myself ready to go off on a walk. I then head off for my walk, and it was that perfect weather where it's overcast, so it wasn't too hot but not too cold, just a perfect temperature, which was great for me because I just do not do well with this heat. And I was listening to some music whilst on my walk and headed off to the garden centre, my happy place. And I got to the garden centre and I got some flower stats on there that I'll show you guys. Had a load of dahlias, so I was able to get a load of dahlia snaps and a lot of roses, and they had such beautiful coloured flowers, and I was having a good look around there. I then went inside of the garden centre and I was having a look at the home and stationery section, and they've got a load of Halloween and autumnal displays. So excited for autumn and Halloween and all things spooky, and I just love all the decor they've got in there, so let's have a good look around there. And then I went off to the plant section and I got some plants out from there that I'm show you guys. Lovely look around the plant section with all the succulents and the cactuses and the pretty plant pots. The dinosaur and the monster ones are so adorable, and all the pretty patterned leaves. And then I went off and had a look around some more at the garden centre and ended up getting some more flower snaps. I'm going to show you guys. Love flower and plant photography so much. I then bumped into one of my mates who works at the garden centre, so I was having a good chat with him. And then I ended up getting a pillow from the little autumnal decor section that I just couldn't resist getting, and it's so cute. Look at this pillow with all the pumpkins and the leaves all over it. It's so goddamn adorable, and I'm so glad I've got this to go on my bed. Nearer to autumn, I've got all my autumnal decor in my wardrobe ready to go up, and I cannot wait to get all that put up. I then made my way back, and on my way back I was listening to some music on my headphones, having a lovely stroll back, and the sun had come out a little bit, so I put my hat on as it got quite hot, and I ended up going off to the shops to get my younger sister some chocolate. She sent me some money to get her some chocolate. I got some chocolate. I also got myself a drink to have on my way home as I was getting quite thirsty, and then I got myself some pan of chocolate as well. And then I got home and my mum was down at my grandma's and my dad was sorting stuff in the garden, and I then was just watching a bit of Netflix, listening to a bit of music and just having some bear cuddles. And then my mum got back from being at my grandma's, and then for my tea I had a pasta salad, and I'll show you guys that. pasta salad was so delicious. I'm really enjoying my pasta salads at the moment. They're so good. I then first went to my journal entry and put that away, and I'm now off to go and watch Hocus Pocus. I've just whacked that on. After going to the garden centre and seeing all the autumn decor and Halloween stuff, it's got me feeling very autumnal, and I just cannot wait for autumn now. I'm done with this heat, so I'm going to be watching that and just chilling for the rest of the evening. And then tomorrow I'm off to go to a car boot sale with my dad and older sister, so I'm looking forward to that. I love a car boot sale, and I hope you guys have all had a lovely start to your bank holiday weekend. It's now Sunday, and I hope you guys are all having a lovely Sunday rest. I got up after a lie-in and I had some cereal for my breakfast and watched a bit of TV, and me and my dad were going to be going off to a car boot sale, but we didn't end up doing that in the end. And my mum got up, and I wish my mum and dad a happy 34th wedding anniversary, and my mum and dad were going off out to Slimford for the afternoon and then going off to stay in a hotel overnight. So whilst they're away, me and my siblings, my grandma, are going to be having a picky tea and a games night, and we're doing a quiz, and we're doing a round each. So my round is going to be about Doctor Who, so there's 10 questions for each round, and I'm looking forward to seeing what my siblings have chosen for their rounds for the quiz. And I popped to One Stop to get some bits for the tea, so I got some chicken bits, and my sisters went to Tesco's and got some vegetarian bits, and I think my older brother and his girlfriend are bringing the puddings, and my younger brother and his girlfriend are bringing some crisps and bits like that. So it should be a really good picky tea. I love a picky tea. I then got back, and I then was just watching some stuff on Netflix, just a bit of music, doing some drawing, colouring in and tidying up my office and my dolls and dollhouse. And then I got myself ready to go off for a walk, and ended up going down to my town's castle and having a little walk around the castle grounds. It's such a beautiful castle. I'm so lucky to have a castle on my doorstep, and I got some autumnal leaf snaps from there that I'll show you guys. So beautiful with all those beautiful coloured leaves all over the castle, all the oranges and yellows and reds. I then got a snap of this sign from the kitchen gardens that says "Focus on your inner peace." They always have really cute signs like that. And then I was just having a lovely walk around the gardens, admiring the castle with all the autumn leaves starting to creep in. Autumn's definitely on its way, and I'm so excited for all things autumn. And then I went off for more of my walk, and I got some flower snaps. Let me show you guys. I went for a huge walk. I was enjoying the sunshine and blue skies. I was able to get some really pretty flower snaps. I got some roses and dahlias, and those purple and yellow dahlias are stunning. Those yellow ones especially are my favourite type of dahlias, with the white bits on the petal. I then headed back up to the high street and got myself some lunch from the co-op, and went off to one of the charge shops. I didn't realise there were going to be any charge shops open on a Sunday, but they had a few open, so I had a look in some of those shops, and I got a Stacey Barbie doll from there with her shoes and dress. She was fully had all her stuff and had no marks or anything like that on, so I got her only for £3, and I'm sure you guys a clip of that. It is the new doll I got from one of the charge shops. It's a Stacey Barbie doll. So this is Stacey Barbie's younger sister, and she's got this beautiful bridesmaid outfit on. She comes on the bride doll box. Came with a Ken and Barbie, and then Chelsea and Stacey, and she has these purple shoes and this beautiful patterned purple and white dress, and I put her hair up in a bun, as her hair was a little bit of a mess, but she looks so cute. She's such a pretty doll. And then I added her to the little den area in my dollhouse where some of the other Stacys and Skippers are hanging out. I then had my lunch. I got a murder from Co-op, and I had a seasoned onion sandwich, some barbecue heaps, and a bottle of Fanta, and it's a huge bottle of Fanta. I love Fanta so much. Lemon Fanta is just one of my favourite Fantas. I then was watching A Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff in. It's probably one of my favourite Hilary Duff films. And my older sister and grandma came over, and we got the picky tea set up to have, and it looks so good. And then my older brother and his girlfriend came over, and my younger brother and his girlfriend came over, and we had the picky tea, and I'll show you guys that. It was so delicious. And then we had some puddings, and my older brother and his girlfriend had brought over the puddings, and now I'm off to go and finish writing my journal entry for today, put that away, and then we're going to be playing some games and having a bit of a games night. And I hope you guys have all had a lovely week and weekend, and have all enjoyed your bank holiday weekend, and all have a lovely new week ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you in a new vlog coming very soon.